Listen, I was so excited for Noche de los Grandes. I tried to watch it live, but the thing is, I was busy that noche showing my grande.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I know, that was lame. But this wasn't, as Noche de los Grandes kicks off with Ray Phoenix versus Laredo Kid for the AAA Cruiserweight Championship. Ray Phoenix starts the match at 100 miles per hour, trying to catch Laredo Kid off guard. Right away gets him in the muscle buster position, but Laredo slips away. Phoenix is in control of the match with this aggression, as he stomps Laredo in the face. Laredo's able to mount a comeback when he hits this Mexican destroyer out of nowhere. Exhausted, he covers Phoenix with one arm. One, two, no, not enough. Phoenix all match keeps trying to hit the muscle buster. He gets Laredo in position again, and bam! Finally connects for a long 2 count. We get what felt like a dramatic pause in the act as the crowd erupts with the "This is Lucha" chants. Then Laredo is able to take control of the match as he attempts to hit Phoenix on the exposed turnbuckle, but Hijo de Tirante steps in to cover the turnbuckle when Laredo turns around and kicks Phoenix en los huevos. Laredo goes up top and hits a frog splash. One, two, no! Laredo starts showing frustration as he gestures, "Why don't you give up to Phoenix?" But Phoenix still has fight as he sidesteps a leaping Laredo Kid. Laredo smacks into the exposed turnbuckle, and Phoenix hoists him up one more time for the Mexican Muscle Buster. And 1, 2, 3, new champion.
Señoras y señores.
What an opening match, and that's followed by my favorite Triple A luchador, El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., defending his Triple A Latin American Championship against El Hijo del Vikingo. Wagner takes a page out of Rey Phoenix's book as he surprises Vikingo with a dropkick as the bell rings, straight into a stiff power slam. Wagner's rushing, trying to end it quick, and Vikingo takes the fight outside where he's able to trip Wagner into the steel steps. He hangs him on the steps for this brutal looking double stomp to the outside floor. Vikingo is in control of the match until Wagner catches him with this super kick. He hulks up, hits a cannonball, and this elegant splash. 1, 2, just a two. A quick code read by Vikingo after leaves them both laid out. The match is at a standstill, and Dorian Roldan jumps on the apron and almost makes his way out. The ref is distracted. Almost crotches Wagner on the top turnbuckle. Vikingo then hits Wagner with a double knee and immediately goes for the 450 splash. 1, 2, no! Galero, Wagner's brother, runs out and attacks Omos on the outside, beating the crap out of him with a chair. Vikingo gets cocky, drop kicks Galero and teases him. The ref, distracted with Galero, doesn't see Mini Vikingo hit a springboard drop kick on Vikingo. Wagner takes advantage, hits the Wagner driver. 1, 2, no! Almost takes out Galero. Almost hits Wagner with the stiff right hook. Vikingo hits another 450 splash. And I can't believe it. Hijo del Vikingo goes over and is the new Triple A Latin American champ. Next up is the War Raiders versus Pagano and Psycho Clown. Pagano and Psycho came out going 100 miles per hour as right away they hit the War Raiders with the duo suicide dives. But the War Raiders take control quick as they double team Psycho on their side of the ring. Eric is landing vicious blows on Psycho, and Ivar is elbowing, grinding Psycho's face with his forearm. Psycho is finally able to hit a hot tag. Pagano comes in and is dominating the War Raiders, hits Eric with this code breaker, drop kicks Ivar off the apron to then hit Ivar with a tornado DDT. Later, Eric hits Pagano with a knee as they both stumble into tags. Psycho takes out Eric and hits a slam on Ivar. Pagano then hits a leg drop, and then Psycho follows him up with a frog splash. 1, 2, it's broken up by Eric. Pagano hits a senton onto Eric on the outside. Pagano and Psycho are double teaming Ivar until Ivar counters Psycho in the corner with his own senton. Pagano and Ivar trade blows when Pagano causes Ivar to hit Psycho with a stiff backhand. Ivar ducks out of the way of a clothesline as Pagano catches Psycho with it instead, and the War Raiders take advantage to hit the Viking experience on Psycho. 1, 2, 3. new Triple A Tag Team Champions. After the match, Pagano and Psycho Clown push each other and argue before Pagano turns his back and walks out. As he walks away, the War Raiders return to keep beating Psycho. Psycho is crawling, pleading, Pagano, no me dejes, güey. As Pagano turns back to see what's happening, he contemplates helping Psycho, but turns his back on him once again, walking out for good. And finally, it is time for the main event of the evening. And what a video package! I love the comic book style presentation. The original Grande Americano versus the real Grande Americano, mask versus mask. And Ola, as here comes the OG acting a fool and getting drowned out in booze.
También es sin precedentes.
And now, the hero of the story, dripping an aura to the point that Tejana slips off, the crowd showering him with cheers and love as he walks down the ramp. Just look at him, dripped out with the jacket that says Por Mexico, the Tejana and everyone trying to reach him. OG Americano jumpstarts the match with a guitar shot to the real Americano while he was being announced. OG Americano is out for blood, vicious punches and stomps, not letting the real Americano get any space. He continues raining blows. The crowd starts giving him feedback. Then the crowd starts motivating the real Grande Americano with their chants. He then starts showing he's alive in this match as he starts trading blows with the OG. They spend time on the outside going back and forth until the Real Grande sets up a table. OG tackles him and throws him knee first into the steps. Then there's this attempt at what looked like an angle slam off the steel steps, but they both take a bad bump as they land awkwardly. OG Americano is like a rabid dog trying to rip the mask off the Real Americano with all his might. Seconds after, Real Americano is able to grab the OG and slam him through the table. OG is again in full control as the Real Americano is busted open above the eyebrow. OG takes advantage as he keeps landing blows on the cut. OG wants to put an end to the Real Americano, pulling and tearing at the open cut, making him a bloody mess instantly. The Real Grande Americano gets an adrenaline rush seeing his own blood as he starts fighting back, not willing to give up that easily as OG Grande Americano halts the comeback with an impressive suplex. Still, the Real Americano refuses to give up, asking the OG to keep punching him before mounting his comeback. The Real Americano returns the favor, ripping the OG Americano's mask open. A bit later in the match, the Real Grande Americano catches the OG with a chair shot, 1, 2, and the Creed brothers drag out the Real Americano and slam him not once but twice on the announce table. Roll him in. The OG Grande Americano hits the diving headbutt. 1, 2. A moment later, Bravo and Rayo fight off the Creed brothers in the entrance area and everyone is laid out after a dive. And then my GOAT starts bullying the blind, as you should, because why should you treat the disabled any different than an abled person? I made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment, and I don't expect to be forgiven. I'm simply here to apologize. Right, where were we? The OG Americano's in the ring when another Americano appears with a guitar and smashes it on the OG's head, and it's Pimpinela. The Real Grande Americano hits the OG with the running headbutt. 1, 2. Oh my god. Pandemonium ensues at this point. As this isn't over, the Real Grande Americano grabs a rope. The OG hits him with the low blow and proceeds to whip him. The OG is suffocating the Real Grande Americano with the rope. He puts him on the ropes for leverage as Andrea shows up, pleads the Real Grande Americano not to give up. The OG Americano goes after Andrea, but the Real Americano attacks him from behind. The Real Grande Americano rolls the OG back into the ring, hits him with a DDT on a steel chair. 1, 2, no! Both Americanos, exhausted and in pain, refuse to give up as the Rio Grande Americano sidesteps the OG, who goes shoulder first into the corner. The Rio Grande Americano hits the running headbutt again on an OG Grande Americano struggling to stand. 1, 2, 3. The OG Grande Americano is unmasked. It's Chad Gable, and there's only one Grande Americano now. And I highly recommend everyone and their moms watches this whole card, especially that main event. That was cinema, a story well told that had the fans totally invested, and a perfect ending to an incredible storyline. Hello, goodbye.